Hello guys, and today I'm going to show you how I draw this excavator bucket. From this drawing, um, so it's not hard to draw because the way the drawing show the dimensions, so it seems a little bit tricky. So I will show you how to read the drawing and create the model step by step. Okay, so this is the drawing, and you can see we have so many details in here. Up here we have the top view when we see the object from the top view. This one when we see it in the front view. And in the top view, if I cut a line in the between, I have the detail A over here. And on off the dimension of the detail A is down here, as you can see. And over here is the detail B, the small one. The side view of this piece, when we zoom close, we will have this detail B over here. And also this one, when we see it in the top view, this one is basically the detail C. And this is the on-off the dimension of the detail C in here. And up here is detail D. We have two things in here. When we zoom close, we will have this piece. All right. So I will start from detail A first. Detail A, we have the line inside. So basically this is the line inside. And this is the line outside. So I will sketch the outline inside first, the red one, and then I will sketch the outline outside later. From there, I will sketch this piece. And in the end will be this piece. So I will sketch 4 sketches. And from there, I will, based on this this image, this front view and the top view dimension, I will do in some extrusions. Okay, let's start. In FreeCAD, I'm using the FreeCAD 1.1 developed version. So right now I'm in the part workbench. So I will create a new sketch in the right view. And in here, I will choose this point as my starting point. And from there, I will create a line. And the length of this line is 317, as you can see. And also in here, I have 3 lines. 1, 2, and then 3. These 3 lines. So you can see these 3 lines are not showing exactly that they are parallel, but based on how they are aligned in the same direction with no angle dimensions, but the orientation is consistent. So I assume that they are parallel. So I will start to draw from here. I will create a line first. And I will set the dimension of this line to 317. And from also the center, I will create another line. And selecting this line and hit G and N to turn that into construction. And you can say the angle between this big line and the horizontal line is 57. So I will set the angle 57. And the length of this one will be 525. And from there, I will create a line from the top point, go to about here, and from the center point, go up here. Okay, and you can see This short line have the length is 29 and the long edge is 363. So I will set this one to 363 and this one to 29. And in the between, I will create 3 lines. Just create 3 lines like this. And I will set the angle between this line and this line will be 135. Okay. And the length of this line, make sure you draw this one out to set the distance of the line. And we set it to 90. This one is 88. And I also select in this line and this line, and I hit P for parallel. Now the sketch is fully constrained. I will continue up here. Up here, I have a length from here to about here. So we don't have information about the length of this, but the angle is 103. So I will create a line. And I will set the angle 103. And we also don't have the length of this one. But we have a big arc connect from this line to this line. So I will create an arc. 3-point arc. And in here, I will set the tangent. So I select in this line, this arc and this line, hit T for tangent. Let's try again. This one, hit T. This one, hit T. Now the sketch is fully constrained. I close. I will rename this sketch to inner line. I go up to the view and toggle the axis cross to show the arrow. Next, I will sketch the outline. So I will start also from the center. This small line also parallel with this line up here. So let me create a sketch in the right view. And I will reference this one, and this one. Because I'm using 1.1 developed version. So these 3 external geometry is the real one. So if you are using the older version, you should recreate the geometry manually. So I will also reference this line. But for this line, I will turn this line to construction. I hit G and N to turn that into construction. And I will sketch a line from here to here. And I will select in this line and hit P for parallel. Okay. And you can say the offset between the outside and the inside is 20. So I will start from here and we will create a line like this. And in here I will using an arc, center arc. Start from here. Something like this. In here also I will create a line. Okay. Now in here I will select in this one and this one, hit T for tangent. And set the distance from this point to this line will be 20. Down here, I will also set the distance between this point and this line to 20. And also this one and this one, hit T for tangent. Okay, up here, I have 1 degree of freedom, which is this point. In this point, I have a small line come up, as you can see. And this small line also parallel with the long edge down here. So I will reference this line and turn that into construction. From there, I will create a line, selecting this line and this line, hit P for parallel. From here, I will create an arc, connect from here to here. The length of this arc is 100 and the radius is 92. Let's create an arc and set the distance and make sure you draw out and you set it to 100. Okay. And the radius will be 92. Okay, we still can move this because we need an information about this length. So in here, I don't have information about this length, but when we go to the detail D, you can say the length of this line is 12. Okay, now I will set this one to 12. Right, now the sketch is fully constrained. I close. And I will call this one outer line. And let me hide the inner one for you to see. This is the shape of the outer line. And this is the shape of the inner line. Next, I will sketch the detail D, this one, this piece first. I will create a new sketch in the right view. And I will reference this one and turn that into construction. Hit G and N. I will create this circle first, this small one. And the distance from this circle to this bottom edge is 459. And the distance from, I go to the detail D, the distance from this one to this circle over here is 167, and from this from this center to this point over here is 42. So I need to add these two numbers, and I have the distance from this point to this circle. So I will reference this one and turn that into construction. And as I will set the distance from here to here will be 42 at 167. Yeah, 167. And the diameter of this one is 30. Okay. Next, I will create, you can say this one is, we have an arc. The radius is 25. So I will sketch a circle and I will set the diameter to 50. And from there, I will create two lines. I will selecting this line and this circle, hit T. This one and this one, hit T. And you can say the angle between this line and this line is 1 and 10. So I need to reference this one and turn that into construction. And then I will set the angle to 1 and 10. Okay, now I will use in the trim edge to remove this one, and this one. And also one thing, I need to select in this one and this one. I hit P for parallel. Okay, next I need to close the sketch. I create an arc, connect from this point to this point, and come up. And selecting this one and this one, hit E for equal. Then I close. Alright, now I have the detail D. So let me call this one detail D1. Okay, next I will sketch this one. I will create another sketch in the right view. And I also creating a circle. Let me set the diameter of this circle is 60. And the distance from this center to about here is 42. I will reference this one. Selecting it, hit G and N to turn that into construction. And the distance from here to here will be 42. And the distance from this center one to, let me come to here. From this center to this center is 86. So I will reference this circle and also turn that into construction. Selecting this one and this one, hit D, 86. And from there, I will create, let me create external geometry of this one. Okay. And also turn that into construction. From this point, as you can see, I have a line come up. So I will, maybe I should sketch the circle outside first. I will sketch the circle outside with the radius is 50. So I will create another circle outside. And because the radius is 50, so the diameter will be 100. And I create a line connect from here up here. Selecting this line and this circle, hit T for tangent. And from here, I have a line with the length is 65. And from here, I have a big arc with the radius is 600. So let me reference this one and turn that into construction. Okay. Next, I will create an arc, a line from here to here. And because you can say this line and this line have the angle is 41. So I will set the angle between this one and this one is 41. And also, from here to here is the big arc. The radius is 600. And let me set this one to 600. Okay. And the distance of this line is 65. 65. And you can see this point is higher than the center point. Is away from the center point is 22. So I move this one up. And set the distance from here to here. 22. Okay, now we have 2 degrees of freedom. I come down here and will select in this arc and this arc and hit T for tangent. Okay, now I will using the trim edge. And I will remove this circle inside. And this one. So you can say I just lost the constraint in between. So I will set the angle again, 41. Okay, next I will close the sketch down here. So I will reference this one and zoom close here, this one. So we have one line and one arc. And then we need to close the sketch by creating another arc. Connect from here to here. And draw this one outside like this. Selecting this arc and this arc, hit E for equal. Close. Now I will call this one detail D2. So let me hide these two, and you can see this is my D1 and this is my D2. Okay, now it's time to doing some extrusion. So I will extrude, I will choose, let's see, I will have these two. I will show the inner line first. Actually, the outer line first. And let me extrude this one to 575. Extrude this one to 575. Symmetric. Okay. And let's show the inner. I need to move the inner to the side. So let me click on the inner line and go to the placement position. I want to move it in the x-axis to 575 divided, and from there I will extrude it to 20. Go inside the center. So I click on this inner line and I go to the x-axis, and I will move this to 575 divided, and I will extrude this one inside. Go to the negative one in this x-axis, 20. I click on the extrude 001 and I go to the mirror this one in the YZ plane. Okay, now I click on the detail D1. Detail D1, we need to extrude it to, you can see, 110. Click on here, extrude this one to 110. Symmetric. And for the detail D2, detail D2 is over here, away from the center. But you can see touching the detail D1 over here. So I need to move it to the side to 110 divided. So I click on the detail D2 and show it. Let's go to the position again and the x-axis. Let's go to 110 divided. Okay. Now I click on this one and I go to the extrude. Extrude this one also 20. Okay. Then I click on this one and I go to the mirror in the YZ plane. Okay. Now I want to select everything, so I hit the hotkey Shift and B and I click and draw everything. And I go to the union. Now we just finished the body. The next thing I need to do is I need to sketch the detail B. So in here I have a center line over here. So we start from the center line first. And the center line have 10 degrees with the horizontal line, as you can see. 10 degrees with this line. And the distance from this point to this point over here is 131. So let me start from create a new sketch in the right view. And I view the section. I will create a line like this. Selecting this line and hit G and N to turn that into construction. And set the angle to 10 degrees. Okay. And also, the distance from this point to this point is 131. This point, actually, I should reference this line, okay, and turn this line into the construction. And the distance from this point to this point will be 131. Okay. Now we have something like this. Next, you can say in here we have a very small line, but we don't have information about the length of this line. And from there, we have another line up here and another line like this. Down here, we have in another line here and another line here. So you can say the angle between these two lines is 30 degrees. And also this line is also touching the horizontal line, as you can see. Also touching the horizontal line right here. So I will create a small line first. And again, the drawing not showing enough information about this line. This line right here is the top edge. So I will set it to the center of the center line. So I will select in these 2 points and the center point and hit S for symmetry constraint, and selecting this line and I hit N for perpendicular. Okay, now I will create a polyline like this. And I will select in this point and this point. I hit H for horizontal. And also I will create the same down here. Okay. You can say the distance from the top point to this point is 127. So let me set from here to here. Draw this one out, 127. Okay. And let's come down here and let me set the symmetry constraint between this one and this one. So you can say the angle between these two is 30 degrees. So let me first select in this point, and the center line, and I hit S for symmetry constraint. And I will set the angle between these two is 30 degrees. And from there, you can see the distance from this line and this line is 30 mm. Alright, 30 mm. So I know that these 2 lines are parallel. So let me select in this line and also this line. Hit P for parallel and set the distance between these 2 is 30. You can say the length of this line is 53. So you can say in here I have the 27. The 27 is actually this line over here, the detail over here. So we will use this number to sketching the top view and doing a Boolean calculator. So we don't care about this number right now. So I will add the 53 mm to this length. So we set the length of this one to 53. Okay. Now the length of this line down here is 72. 72. Okay, now we have 1 degree of freedom. In here, we have a very small line, but we also don't have enough information. So I decided to go from the back, go to the right. So we start from here to here. So let me start from this line and this line. I come over here, and I will create polyline. Start from here, these two. And the length of the angle between these two lines is 96. We set these two to 96. Okay. And the length of this line is 14. So we set this one to 14. And in here, I have the horizontal constraint, so I don't want that. So I will delete this constraint. Let's move this one like this. And we'll set the length of this one to 59. And the angle between this line and the horizontal line is 9 degrees. Okay. So you can say now we can move in it left and right. If you can say the distance from the top, very top to the end is 202. So we set from this point to this point. And make sure you draw this one out. 202. Okay. Now we have 1 degree of freedom, which is this point. Now I can start from here and I will bridge in between. Because now I have more information, so I will start from here again. So I will start from creating polyline, and we'll start from here to here. So I will just sketching these two small lines. And you can say this line, let me zoom close here. This line and this line have the distance is 10.8. Okay, so you can see, so that I know that these two lines are parallel. Okay, so I go back here and selecting this line, and I hit P for parallel. And I set the distance between this line and this line to 10.8. So you can see this very small edge over here. The drawing not showing the information about this small line in here. So it's a cut in inside the geometry. So I will give it a perpendicular with the construction line inside here. So I will select in this line, and I hit N for perpendicular. Okay. And you can see also from here, I have the distance from this point to this line is 12. So I need to connect. So I need to connect between this one and this one. And I will set the distance between this line and this point to 12. Okay. Next, I will connect in between a line in here, from here to here. Right. Now I come up here and we start from this line, this small line in here. This small line have the distance from this point to this point. Okay. So be aware that this 6 number is not the length of this line, it's the length from this point to this point. And also this line and this line have the distance is 26. So I know that again these two are parallel. Okay, back here I will create a line like this. And I will set the distance from here to here is 6. Okay, now you can see the horizontal distance. And selecting this line and this line, hit P for parallel. And I will set the distance from this one to this one is 26. Yeah. Okay. Now the middle line, I also don't have information. So I will start from this line up here. I will reference this line and selecting this line and turn that into construction geometry. And I will create polyline. Actually, I create a line somewhere in here. And the length of this line is 6. The length of this line is 6. And the angle, the distance from this point to this point is 19. So we set this one to this one, 19. Okay. And from there, I have an angle between this line and the horizontal line is 90 degrees. So we set from this one to this one, 90 degrees. Okay. And I will connect in between. All right. Now you should have 1 degree of freedom, which is this point over here. All right. Now I will close the sketch. So now you can see it's a little bit hard to see. Let me come up here, come to here, and click on the eye icon to hide the constraints. And from there, I will connect using the polyline. Let me start from here. And let me click on this point over here. And let me go to here. All right. Let me close the sketch and hide the fusion for you to see. So this is our sketch. All right. Right now the sketch is in the center, so I need to move the sketch to the side, and then from there I will move the sketch back to 103 and doing an extrusion later. So let me show the fusion, and I click on the sketch 004 and let me rename this one to detail B. Okay, and I click on the detail B and I go to the position S and I move this one in the S axis 575 divide 2 575 divide 2, and from there I will move this one inside 103. So I click on here and I subtract 103. Yeah. All right. But you can say I need to separate the detail B into 2 pieces. The detail B is when you see it in the top view, you can see it 2 pieces. So I need to separate the front and the back. So let me hide the fusion. Go to the right view. I need to separate the front and then the back. So to do that, I go inside the detail B. I click on the detail B and hit Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste it. And I call this one detail B1. And this one to detail B2. I click on the detail B1 and let me turn the back into the construction. I will select one of these lines here in the back, and I hit G and N to turn that into construction geometry. Then I close, and if I hide the B1, sorry, I hide the B2, you can see this is the B1. I show the B2 and go inside the B2. Now I will select everything in the front. And also include this line and hit G and N to turn that into construction and close in between because we just lost the middle line. Then I close. So this is the B1. Oh, sorry, this is the B2. And this is the B1. All right. Let me show the fusion. Let's start from the B1 first. I will extrude the B1 to 48. I click on this one and go to the extrude. In the negative one in the x-axis. And let's try 48. Okay, nice. And also I need to correct a cut up here. Okay, so to cut this one, first I need to find the line that is over here, 27. So let me go inside here and I will copy the detail B1. Ctrl C to copy. And Ctrl V to paste it. Okay, and let me show this one and go inside it. And I will draw a line, something like this. Selecting this line and this line over here and hit P for parallel. And set the distance between this line and this line is 27. Okay, then I close. Now you can see I have a line in here. So next I will select in this face. The reason I select in this face is that this face is perpendicular with this this line over here. So when I extrude, it will extrude in this direction. So I click on this face and I create a new sketch based on this face. And I will reference this line, and then this line. Then I select also, I will reference this one in here, this line. Now I go to here and select everything and hit G and N to turn that into construction geometry. In order to view the sketch directly, I need to go out. You can see when I go outside, you can see we still have a point in here. So I need to go inside and make sure I select in this point and turn that into construction. Yeah. Now I go inside the sketch and let me create a line in between. And selecting this line and turn that into construction. And draw a line like this and a line like this. Hit S to activate the symmetry constraint and set a symmetry constraint. Then I select in this point and this point, hit C to snap it. Next I will create polyline and close the sketch. Okay, now I will set the distance between this one and this one. We set it to, you can see, 4. Okay, now you should have 1 degree of freedom. I close. And now I will extrude this one in the normal direction, but I click on the reverse and let's try 100. And control selecting this one and I go to cut. Alright, now let me hide this one. Okay, the next thing I need to do is I need to select in this one, detail B2, and let's move it to the center first, the center of this piece. So in here, the width of this piece is 48. So I need to go to the placement position, and I move this one back inside. So I subtract 24. So now you can see the sketch is now moved to the center of this piece. Now I need to extrude this one to the side to a really big number. And let's go to something like 300 and symmetric. Okay, now from there I will correct this one, the angle 19 and the distance 34 to overlap, to intersect and correcting this geometry. So I will hide the body and go to the top view. So I will create a new sketch on the top view, and I will reference this line, and then this line. Select all of these three and hit G and N to turn that into construction. And let's go to create a line in the center and turn that into construction. And also I will create a line somewhere in here. Make sure do not too close, so that it will have the symmetry constraint in here. So go outside a little bit. Next, I hit S to activate the symmetry constraint and selecting this point, and the center line. Now I will set the distance between these two is 34 and the angle 19. Then I close the sketch. Right, now I will extrude this one down to the z-axis, -1, and let's try with 100. And Control select the issue and go to the intersection. Okay, now I will shift select the issue and go to the union. Now I click on the fusion 001 and I go to the drag workbench. I want to create an array, 4 pieces. So let me show the body. I click on the fusion 001 and go to the array. Modification, array tool, and array. And let's go to 4 for the S and 1 for the Y. And the S interval will be 107. But because I want to move to array it in the -1 in the Z in the S axis, so I will put negative in here. Okay, now I hide the grid. Next, I will go to the plot workbench and Control select the issue and go to the union. Okay. Now this is the final result. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.